final thoughts, notes, and other things on the Protos build. So there's been a lot of talk about static, and I'm going to show you what Curardo, the inventor of the heli, told me I should do, and I'm going to believe him for now. And I'm going to kind of show you why I believe the theory behind this. Okay, so there's carbon in the frames, and I can show you this by some meters. You can have what's called as a continuity check. Put them together, it beeps. But you also should have an ohm setting. Now the frames don't have enough conductivity to give you, a direct scratch into the frame short beep, okay? But if you look on the ohm setting and I do this, you will see, got to get a good connection, I'm getting about 1.3K in just a half-inch of measurement. Okay, so that means the frame conducts. Now, static is a real screwy thing. Just because maybe the frame may have a little resistance in it, who knows whether it'll be enough to allow the static to discharge into the frame, thus not arc to any electronics that are associated with the frame, okay? So I'm kind of believing the theory that grounding the boom to the frame may do all that's required. Your mileage may vary here, guys. If you're having static issues, maybe it's not. But for me, I just want to show you what I did. I ran a wire. Once I got my tail server and everything, I pulled this screw out, flexed back the connector, took an X-Acto and scratched the paint off the boom. Okay, first thing you want to check is here. I made a little, I'm going to put it on continuity for now. Made a little nick in the boom here where you see my probe going. And I want to show you that our wire connects good. So if I touch to this bolt where I have the wire going, bear with, see I've got full continuity. Now what I did is this nut, on the back side of this nut, I took the nut off and I sanded it so I had bare metal. Now it's screwed onto the bolt, so if you see I'm touching the end of the bolt, not the nut. And it means that the nut is continuity to the bolt. Okay, so now here's our final check. Back to ohm. Let's make sure we got continuity of some kind to the frame. So there I am on my nick mark. If I touch the bolt, I get 0 ohms, or darn close to it. Okay, 0.2, that's pretty close to 0. And if I go onto the frame somewhere, as you see, I'm getting, it's going to vary around a lot because getting a good connection here. Let me get somewhere here, right near there. Come on. God, I just had it going a minute ago. It's hard to keep a good, there we go. I'm getting about 1.5K ohms from the boom to the frame. That means that I do have an electrical connection from the boom to the frame. Hopefully that'll be good enough to discharge any static. Again, static's almost like studying lightning. You never know how it's going to work, and sometimes it has a mind of its own. It is high voltage. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully I won't have static. A lot of people online have talked about also wiring to your motor mount. And even the ground side of your battery to the frame and motor mount. I'm not a proponent of that myself because what's happening now is you're changing the ground plane of the receiver from a reception point of view. Nothing else really winds up getting grounded here unless your ESC bleeds through to the frame through the motor. But since most speed controls are opto-isolated, I kind of doubt that. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Now, one last little tidbit that I'd like to talk about that will be final here is when I got my kit, Curardo or MSH had done some updates. One of them being 8mm grips. And in the upgrade they give you, or the package, they give you all the thrust bearings and everything. So what he told me is this is all in the new kits now. So now I'm going to have these, 10mm made blade holders. Sorry, not 8. The other ones were 8. Additionally, and I've already put them on the heli, all the washers now are, instead of being super thin, which I haven't changed here, but I have at the motor mount, are like twice the thickness, maybe 3 times the thickness. Really nice washers. So the newer kits are going to come with those heavy washers for all these places, and that's a nice little upgrade. I noticed when I was tightening these screws that it was concaving the washers a little bit. Not sure it was a problem, but he's now upgraded to these heavier washers. So anyway, I put the washers in some areas, other areas I haven't taken apart. I'll wait till I need to do something. But that bottom line finishes up the video. Hope this series was helpful to you, and enjoy.